Looks like the most recent one, at least to my knowledge, is SZA's SOS at 72. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I think it's a
great album.
I think it will be revered as a classic as time goes.
Yes.
But it's better than Confessions. I'm not ready to make that claim.
Yeah, that's just insane. That's insane.
Yes, a lot of with lists like this too is time is kind of the enemy. Like it's hard to even compare what Low End Theory has done in the last 30 years as compared to what Good Kid, Mad City has done in the last 15. Like it's not even fair.
Is it? Because the top two albums on this list are a lot older than a lot of these albums up here.
I just feel like the new artists, you can't even bring them up yet because time hasn't even told us if this is the best.
And that's why, again, it's 7 for Good Kid, Mad City. Like, come on, man. I get it, but come on, dog. Like, let's try to be a little real, just a little bit. We ain't got to be all the way real.
All right,
but at least let's be a little real.
Why not?
It is number 7. What you just said, hasn't been long enough to say that.
I'm going off the credentials that Ebro tweeted. As far as impact, it is the modern day last rap classic that we can speak to. It defined a generation. It will be heralded the same way Illmatic. I used to say, I guarantee you, in 50 years, they'll have that van on Urban Outfitters shirts. It's going to be the quintessential real hip hop album that also sold the way a pop album did. I could argue, yes, it could be in the top 10.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted
I think
Fantasy.
Damn's better.
Going the hip hop route, it's not even close. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is better than this. If we're taking the hip hop classic, the most recent hip hop classics, if you put those two head to head, I love that Kendrick album. It's not fair. It's not close.
I wouldn't say that. Kanye West was already a superstar by that point. And that
doesn't
type of
matter where they're at in their career. We're talking purely on the album.
Let me finish. I'm saying the impact of what Good Kid, Mad City did in 2012, where rap was at, was insane. That a hip hop album like that could create a superstar like Kendrick Lamar. That would have been deemed an underground album 5 years prior to it. It wouldn't have even been talked about. It defined an entire generation of real hip hop.
Listen, I love the album. I think the album is dope. I'm just saying number 7, that's just a little.
In the totality of what's the oldest album on here?
Oof, I don't know.
Whatever, there's Beach Boy shit on here. So we're talking about decades on decades. Yeah, for a generation, Good Kid, Mad City was one of the most impactful shit for hip hop, period. It was.
Can you talk about the impact? Like, what impact did it have?
We went from the Snap era. It really looked like hip hop, which was the worst
era in rap history.
It was fucking crazy.
That era was nasty.
The blog era came after, but that was the blog era. That wasn't anything that was on a huge pedestal. There was still good music coming out, but that type of rap was just underground bullshit at that point. Nobody want to hear lyric shit. If you want to, go listen to that shit in your computer by yourself. This was I hate to say, what's another word for real hip hop?
Authentic?
Real hip hop.
Authentic.
So you think Good Kid, Mad City has...
It was the first authentic album in God knows how many years that also superseded any type of underground stereotype. Like, it sold crazy. It toured crazy. It became the single moment where people were like, oh, rap still exists?
You think
on a A-list level.
You think that Good Kid, Mad City, asking you, fuck this list. You think that Good Kid, Mad City deserves to be number 7 and Illmatic is number 48 or whatever it is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Don't put me in that corner.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
And listen, I know I'm ranting because I didn't really think about this. I am arguing kind of for the sake of arguing, but I do really understand Good Kid getting the credit it does.
It's a great album.
I don't at number 7.
Not at number 7.
Purely based off the example I've said 3 times now. If we're talking one hip hop album, get it the fuck out of it. It's not.
Like when Illmatic came out, it kind of flopped, no?
I'm not gonna say flop.
We're not talking about how great the album is, but yeah, like
as far as sales,
it wasn't like a big.
It did 60 to 63,000 copies.
Yeah, and
that was back when people were buying
in
albums, 94. So that's awful.
It debuted
and
number
it was on
12.
Columbia. Like, it was viewed probably not as impactful to the masses. because he was rapping even like that in 1994.
Yeah, but rap wasn't as
Kendrick
popular
Lamar
back
to
then.
rap like that in 2012, he was not like some sought out star. He didn't look like a star. He didn't act like a star. He didn't talk like a star. To make an album like Good Kid that I think is similar to an Illmatic of Genius in 2012 at a time when people thought authentic hip hop was dead, puts it in a different type of impact for me.
242,000 first week for
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
But that speaks to
2012.
when Illmatic came out on paper, technically hip hop was only what 20 years old, 21 years old. Now in 2012, where hip hop was at, is one of the biggest genres on the
hip
planet.
hop's at its like first peak though. Like
When?
or at least
94?
approaching its first. I guess that's kind of
and I mean,
the early
rappers
end
were
of it.
selling in 94, and I'm not taking anything away from Illmatic in its impact as time went on. That's why I was saying some of this is kind of unfair, because we saw the impact of Illmatic now, for sure, and over the years. I'm saying Good Kid out the gate. You're like, this is something that has changed music, hip-hop specifically, forever.
I don't know if I'm ready to give it all
at
that.
that point was so
I don't know if I'm ready
commercialized.
to give it all.
I ain't ready to say Good Kid, M.A.A.D City changed hip hop forever. I'm not gonna say all of that. I think hip hop has always been what it is. Obviously, some artists come along and push it forward. Kendrick being one of those artists, but I'm just saying number 7 is just kind of high.
I'm not that part.
That's all I'm arguing. I'm not saying it doesn't belong on the list. I'm just saying number 7 is very high for that album.
What are your thoughts on Take Care? Drake's at number 47.
At number 47, I mean, again, it's subjective, man, but I mean, I think that's kind of low. That's a little too low on the list for me.
Again, it deserves to be in the top 100. I wouldn't know where to place it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely, as far as everything Ebro said, yeah, Take Care should be on this list.
Rihanna's Anti's at 55.
Love that album. But, I mean, yeah.
Great album.
I don't know how to compare it to Guns N' Roses. I just don't.
This run is crazy. It goes Stevie Wonder, Talking Heads, Janet Jackson, Outkast. Like, how do you even how do you compare those?
Because everybody knows if you listen to Stevie, you got to end it with some Talking Heads right after that.
I know they weren't like sequencing it. They were right, but again, how do you even put them together?
Bjork on top of that, then Bob Marley. Yeah,
Aretha Franklin, Nas, and Carole King is sick.
Wait, where is Bob Marley at?
he was at 46.
I thought they'd have put him at 1.
Yeah,
Well, they
if we're,
overrate.
the way
You know
we were arguing the Thriller shit, I would say
Wait. Did you say Bob Marley's overrated?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, she does
No, I
exactly
didn't.
what she said.
No, I didn't.
You said Bob Marley
No,
is
I didn't.
overrated?
No, I
Exactly
didn't.
what Demaris
That is
said.
Not what I said.
It's on tape.
He was talking about police brutality back then. we niggas,
Shit,
we still
that was
getting our ass
Martin.
kicked.
Yo,
Still.
why you laughing, white
This
man?
was in the 70s.
just laughing at you
Got
saying
Rory
Bob Marley
Price.
is overrated.
Bob Marley being overrated is a crazy
I
thing
did
to
not.
say.
You should have
Bob
never
Marley.
got Twitter. It's made us so bold in our takes. Julian said the Beatles were trash off mic.
I think the Beatles are trash.
Like,
I'll say it
the
on
Beatles
Beatles
are
being trash
kinda
is
trash.
crazy. That's a crazy
I think
statement.
I understand. So
It cannot be for you.
To
I get
Ebro's
that.
list.
Okay, it's not for us.
No, it's definitely not for me. But to Ebro's list, I
But
think
I don't.
it's.
But see, I don't even understand how you say that because you listen to like.
I listen to everything. I have very
Exactly.
eclectic
You were
taste.
playing the Beatles today,
No,
and
I
then said they were
wasn't.
trash.
I was playing Tom Petty and Prince.
Oh, okay.
All derivatives of.
But like
Same thing.
look, I think to Ebro's criteria, I understand in the moment impact. Like you can go back watch those Beatles. It's like, well, bitches used to pass out for Michael Jackson. Same effect. I get that. They were touring before that was even a thing. So I get it. For impact alone, they obviously deserve to be on the list. Personally, I think the music sucks.
Where's Jodeci on this list?
Listen, I don't listen to the Beatles like that at all, and wouldn't pretend to. But I don't have the
Diary of a Madman is a fucking classic.
boldness to say, yo, their music sucks.
I think it sucks.
The beat, that's
sucks.
crazy.
Yeah, shit is fucking ass,
Yesterday
bro.
sucks.
Yellow Submarine. That
A
shit
Day
is
in the
ass,
Life
bro.
sucks.
Like it's all like bubblegum pop kid music.
No, that's the hits that you probably like.
Yeah, that's the shit that you listen to when you're
See, you
young.
don't- you don't-
A Day in a Life you should listen to.
He don't
No,
know.
like, I know
he
like
don't
the
know
White
Sir
Album.
Paul's B-sides. See,
No,
that's what it is.
like,
He don't know Sir Paul's
Oh, you
B-sides.
think All the Lonely People sucks?
I cry every time I hear that.
no, like I get like yeah, the introspective records are dope. I'm hating on the commercial records. I think they're awful. I hate their
All right,
commercial
that's fair.
records.
But somebody could say that about your favorite artist.
Of course, I'm not saying they shouldn't.
And to a whole generation of people, I Want to Hold Your Hand
please,
is their Thriller.
Believe me, my mom.
That's their.
Yo, that's
But that's the thing. My mom was playing this shit until Thriller came out. Then it was like, all right, bro, we off.
then it was like fuck the kids with the bowl cuts.
If you get my mom's oldest sister started, I Want to Hold Your Hand is the greatest song of all time. And there's a whole generation that like feels that way about the Beatles. To say they suck, I can't do it.
I don't think that.
And I ain't gonna lie, Mike,
Strawberry Fields is crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie, Mike cleaned up Paul McCartney up on The Girl Is Mine.
Frank's version of Strawberry Fields is better.
He cleaned up his life when he took his pub.
Yo.
Mike is diabolical. Paul took his bitch, he took his pub.
Yeah.
That's a crazy
That's how you do that.
I don't know.
That is how you do it.
That's how you do that.
Mike said, I bet.
I got you.
Yeah.
Wow, Rory, whose pub can we buy? And by we, I mean you.
Buying Rory's pub is sick.
No, but who? No, we gotta buy somebody else's pub though.
Somebody else's.
With my finances right now, though, Mims.
Don't do that.
But never mind. It's too many samples on that song.
Yo, yeah, that's
not even worth it. You put like 6 hit records in the background of that.
Hey, Apple, fuck this list and stop pushing this shit to me every time I open
Apple Music
on my phone. I don't care about this list. Stop doing that.
Would you ever try to make a list?
Nah. My list will look crazy.
You ready
my list?
Per money bags?
Oh my God.
You'd have Benny over Miseducation.
Yo, Tana Talk 4 really, you know what I'm saying?
Boss list would actually be
It really
crazy.
did something to me, man. I mean, I just got to be honest with y'all, man. Reasonable Drought? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Motivated drug dealers worldwide.
Wow. Classic. Classic shit.
But I mean, listen, we fell for it, Apple. You got us.